What is going on, guys? Welcome to my brand new FIFA 17 career mode series. If you are excited for this one, don't forget to smash that like button. Also, shout out to Wolfie again. He's going to be doing thumbnails for this series. Does all the thumbnails on my channel. Has been for a couple years now, so massive shout out to him. Make sure you check him out if you haven't done so yet. So I'll put on the screen the poll I had for you guys to vote for my new career mode, and West Brom was the winner by quite a bit as well, and Spurs second. So again, tells me Premier League career modes is the go for me. So West Brom, they have very interesting board expectations. Financial was the most important, and then youth development was next. So that's obviously going to be a focus for me throughout the career mode. And then as we progress, we would expect the board to be wanting more from us. When we're improving the finances, maybe get some quality youth players through, expectations would increase, and I've got that on myself as well. We want to get to that stage. Ideally, Europa League would be first if you think about it in a realistic way. It doesn't always pan out that way. If we do well, maybe we can get straight into Champions League. I wouldn't expect to finish top 4 in the first season though, but who knows how we are going to go. So obviously I just drawed for the European competition, just drawn those teams for realistic participants. Obviously we're not in those competitions, but just have those respective teams playing out for that. So yeah, as we start up the career mode now, considering signings we need to make, West Brom, I was pretty happy with their budget, and you saw I got the boost at the start, 15%, which is not like the most you can get at all, because I got more on my other account. This is my different account, because when I do 2 career modes at the same time, I don't like playing the same one on the same account in case I accidentally save over it, even though I play with a backup save as well to make sure nothing like that happens, especially when I'm doing it for YouTube, and it's crucial to make sure of that I don't save over it. But yeah, I do it on a different account anyway, just in case. So I saw all these preseason competitions, they're all pretty even, so I just went with the highest money, even though they were pretty close. Took into considerations the teams we could beat and everything like that. But preseason now in career mode, like this time in the year, I know everyone just simulates them, so I went ahead to do that myself, as obviously you guys, I would imagine you guys would want me to get straight into the season. So just a warning, there's going to be no games in this episode that I actually play. But look, Sergio Aguero, that's some of the suggestions you get, like scout reports, there's no chance for you signing that player, both money-wise and player interest wanting to join your team. Sergio Aguero to West Brom, yeah, he definitely wouldn't want to join. So like I said, there's no games in this episode, but the Premier League is going to start in the next episode. So I thought if I could simulate the preseason, then I can get going in the Premier League at the start of the next episode, opposed to maybe not if I were to play the preseason games and go in depth with my transfers. So yeah, there you can see all the different expectations, but financial, the highest one, and this struck me like really, really interesting. We must finish the season with at least 17 million, and that's like, yeah, allocated funds between the transfer budget and wage budget. So like, I'm really excited for that, but I got to be careful not to spend too much money. I got to think, I can't spend it all because we need to have that much left over. Like, if I fail with that, I could get fired, because that's the most important thing to achieve. That's what the board want the most. So would it still fail, or would I lose my job if I finished in a higher position, like expected to finish mid-table? I don't really know. I haven't managed a team, obviously, with these new features in career mode. I say new, obviously, we've been playing FIFA 17 for a while now, but I've never done like a lower team in the Premier League like this, with those specific kind of expectations. Robson Canu, I wish I could have been able to sell this guy, but I'm not able to sell him because he just joined. He recently joined the club, but yeah, I can't really see him being a Premier League quality striker for us, so we're just going to try and sign another striker, because we need more than one, even though Rondon is very good and he's going to be a key player for the season. But here we're just going through all the players, and I was just analysing which positions needed to be improved. Definitely, I thought we needed another striker, maybe a young guy coming up as well, and I'm going to look to sign a centre-back. There's a few positions I do want to improve, but here, these are the young lads we are going to be training. Edwards gets an A. He definitely showed that he's one of the best out of those so far in the training, and I've been thinking about actually playing those training sessions. I'm going to do a bit more editing in this series to make it a really good series. I want to make it my best series I've ever made for career mode videos. So every so often, maybe I'll play the training sessions so you get kind of a look and kind of a feel, more realistic feel, how players are performing in training, to get a kind of gauge. And also we'll be looking for a future star, scout a future star. So he'll come back, and then obviously we need to look to pick up a scout. There's a few different options here, but we are going to go with Philip Iverson. He's got 4-star experience and 4-star judgment. I feel that's pretty balanced. Judgment is important for the actual quality, and experience is when you want to search for specific players. I don't do that too much, but I may want to with West Brom. That could be expectations as well. Like we have, I think we need to find a midfielder. So that could be it. Even though we're just going to search the type for any now, just those of you guys who don't know what experience and judgment, the difference between them. Experience, those stars matter. If it's 4-star, 5-star, good scout, and you want to search for specific types, they'll be able to be more efficient in that way, where judgment is just, straight out able to bring the best players to the club. So, 3-0 to start there in the preseason. Again, these games aren't so important. I would usually say that because they don't matter apart from the money. And the money you win is nice if you go all the way. And for a team like West Brom, it's decent if we can do that. We'll have to see. Also, Field, that central midfielder, he's decent. That's one thing I can say. I was surprised at West Brom. They got a few guys with potential that was better than I expected. So with the current young players in the team, I want to produce them into the best players they can be, pretty much. At least reaching their potential. Give them a lot of training and game time and see how they come along, because I'm sure you want to see the current players in the team, the current youth players or just young players, become decent enough for the first team. We want to see that, opposed to just signing so many youth players and signing so many young players. Madelang Sarr, this guy, he looks like a beast. He's only 17 and 74 overall. He could be high 80s. If he's 74 and, train him hard, play him a lot of games. But unfortunately, the player has just recently joined. That's probably the most annoying kind of message to read, but he's going to be, in my mind, as a future signing, because looks absolutely amazing. And Mile Svila here, only 16, young goalkeeper. Both our current goalkeepers are over 30, and he's a guy where we may not need him in the first season because we have got better goalkeepers, and obviously he's like around the 60s overall, so we're not going to be using him, but he's going to be in the team where we can train him up. We can just train him a lot, maybe change up the training and focus on him specifically for a couple sessions, because as a goalkeeper there's not so much you can do in terms of training, but you get what I mean. First couple seasons we'll train him hard, and then he could be ready for the first team, and those older guys kind of leave, either retire or leave the club. I notice goalkeepers don't go down in overall. They still go down as much. They don't go down compared to outfield players, like physically. Terrible. So they can still be decent players, but you'll notice there will be a lot of negotiations for Mile here, but hopefully we'll be able to eventually sign him. But next up, Benjamin Henrichs, the German lad. He can play right back and left back, so that is always useful. I found he would be fairly cheap for his ability, I think. Again, 75 overall, only 19, and we do need a better right back as well. And this guy, Kylian Mbappe, he is a great talent. He's 79 overall at 17. That is ridiculous. I can't remember who's the best 17-year-old in career mode before. A guy who's not even 18 and he's that overall. I can't remember. Let me know in previous years. I may have to look back, but someone that overall is ridiculous. He's been improved throughout the year as well because of his real life performances. But as you can see, our current performances in the preseason, hopefully that will be able to translate for me when I start playing in the season. So hopefully you guys like that, because I know you guys don't like it when YouTubers simulate too many games, but you understand if it's the pre-season and it's not really as important. But yeah, as you can see, yeah, Mile Svila, we will eventually sign him. I'll say that, because obviously if I'm like showing all these negotiations, that would lead to me eventually signing him. But yeah, Henriks, let's see if that can accept. I think 6 million, that would be a fair amount. I think his value is pretty low. Like, he could become a great fullback, especially he can play both sides. But anyway, we're going to look for another centre-back here. One we can actually sign right now, Issa Diop. He is just the definition of a beast. He's 6'4" and he's so strong. One of those beastly centre-backs. Those centre-backs where it doesn't even matter how good their tackling attributes are. Of course, it still matters, but they just win with their physicality, with the one-on-one battles, where they don't really essentially tackle. They just use their strength, but he's still got good attributes, and we can train him up as well. So, yeah, that is a scary prospect for us, and we do steal it against Mines. We did win the game. We were winning the game. I was going to say we stole it, but we were leading. They just got a late goal. So we did pretty well judging off that. Like I said, hopefully that will translate into my performances in the Premier League, especially as I think we are improving the team. Mile Svila, I think we get him around like 700k, 600 to 700, which I think is a fair amount. But it said like we could sign him like right now. Like, it looks all good. So I thought maybe I could try and get him a bit cheaper. And also with Rondon, he's a key player for this first season. So I'm just going to reject all offers and disallow future offers. Key player of the team. I wouldn't be surprised if he's the best player come the end of the season for us, who performs the best. So Issa Diop, we're going to give him that 20k he wants, 4-year contract. Yeah, he's future for us at the back. And we are going to need another centre-back. So that guy I showed you before, but we couldn't sign, imagine him. And yeah, Diop as well. That the future is set for us. Partner at the back, that would be amazing. We also got Barbier, that guy without a face, unfortunately, but he's got a bit of potential in him, so we'll train him up and see how he comes along. Benjamin Henriks, hopefully the offer's going to be... I don't want too many long transfer offers. It does get a bit annoying, maybe a bit frustrating for you guys as well. But yeah, I want to show you how I progress with my negotiations, I guess you can say, to get the players as cheap as I can, especially with a team like West Brom, and how we have to have 17 million by the end of the season. We have to have that there. So yeah, I've got to be very good with my dealings to get the players as cheap as I can, pretty much, with at the same time still bringing in quality. So yeah, Diop 76, really he would be our best centre-back coming in, and one of our youngest players in the team now, that will be part of the first team. As you can see, just to come in for Macaulay, I think, because Macaulay, I was going to show you there, he's very, very slow. See, Diop is not... He's not like a really fast player, but that doesn't really matter. When you got like 63 sprint speed, that's okay in FIFA because you're less reliant on pace. But when someone's pace is just so low, like Macaulay is, yeah, he can get in a bit of trouble sometimes. But saying that, Murder-Saka, I've used him in FIFA before. I did an Ultimate Team where people probably try to use pace even more than the CPU, and he still can be pretty effective, though you probably need a bit of a quicker partner at the back with him. But we eventually do get the offer accepted, and we put the contract offer into Henriks. Hopefully he can accept that, and we will have another player joining the club. He would be very important for us. Like, coming from Leverkusen, like getting a good from a player from a good team, you know, and he'll be around the first team for them. Maybe not a starting player every single game, but yeah, pushing for that. Issa Diop, we're going to train him a little bit, but I don't leave him on the training for too long as I sign more young players and yeah, put them in, because I realized he is going to be essentially playing every single game, apart from when he's really tired and we rotate him. Yeah, he's going to get a lot of his development through playing the majority of the games through the season, especially his defensive attributes. As centre-backs, that's all they need, and that's his best attributes already. So they're going to grow along his career and throughout the season. And we will be sending some of these younger guys, as I mentioned, out on loan. Some, yeah, they won't go out on loan because there's quite a few actually in the team, I notice, our young players. There's only a few that are terrible, like we got some very low overall, but yeah, guys are maybe high 50s and in the 60s, and they've got a bit of potential. They're going to be alright. So Henriks, we just had to give him a little more there. He did not accept the first offer. Claudio Jakob, he's a really interesting one, because He's not even 80 overall, but I see him as one of the key players in the team. But also, he's almost 30, so we've got to be careful with his outfield players. We could almost sell him and get a decent amount, but I don't really want to be selling like so many first-team players in the first season, especially. I just want, I still want the West Brom team, so it feels like you're playing with West Brom. Obviously, we are making some additional signings, but I wouldn't want to sell 3 or 4 players and bring in 5 or 6. It wouldn't really feel like West Brom in the first season. Obviously, 3 or 4 seasons from now, the team is going to be totally different. I always get comments like that, and probably other YouTubers do as well, to not sign so many players, you sell the original players. But when you're a team like West Brom, if you want to actually improve the team, which is the point of career mode, to make transfers because it lacks depth, EA, improve it, please. I'm sure many of you guys agree. But that's the biggest part of career mode. Apart from playing games, that's obviously a key part. But I mean, the management part of it, making transfers. And this is something that annoyed me. You can't change the last 5. I tried to go across to make it 0 just to make it even because OCD goes crazy. But it's not going to affect finances too much. So eventually I just said stuff it and I just put in that offer and hopefully we'll get accepted. Torino also expressing some interest for Claudio Jakob. He's a good player. I think for his rating, he is pretty valuable and he can do a good job, plays his role, and good value. I wouldn't say to sign him because of his age, but if it was similar players, maybe a younger guy who's a similar player than him, and he would be pretty cheap with similar attributes. But anyway, this is going to be it here. I've got some players on a short list. Maybe let me know if you think I should sign them, but consider their price. Obviously, Mbappe is not going to be cheap, and we've got to think about that. We've got Alassane player as well, so maybe he could be, but they might be similar prices anyway, so you might think just sign Mbappe anyway. So that's going to be it for the episode. Again, if you guys could smash a like on the video, let's see if we could hit maybe 500 likes on this video to debut this new series here today. Hope you guys did enjoy it. Make sure you subscribe as well. If you're new to the channel, subscribe for daily FIFA career mode videos, just showing you Mbappe there, his price. Let me know if we should sign him, and I will see you guys in the next episode.